If you want to approach any girl or woman on the street and guaranteed get her number or social media account without looking like a creep, then you need to follow a 3-step process. You need to make her feel interest, trust, and desire or attractiveness. And today I will show you how you can achieve it by using your own body language. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luminita and I'm your gateway to women's brains and hearts. So if you want to know more of what and why women think and feel, subscribe to this channel and let's get straight to the body language tricks. And first, you need to spark her interest. You need some emotional connection or reaction from her in order for her even to tell you hi or respond to any of your questions. As I mentioned before, today I will only talk about body language tricks. But if you want me to give you some tips on the conversational part, what to say, how to say, what to ask, let me know about it in the comment section below and I will definitely make a video about it as soon as possible. But how to spark her interest? Well, first of all, if you're in a park or a public space and she's sitting alone and you are approaching her, that already raises some questions if she sees you. So if you're approaching her and she looks at you, make sure to look her straight into the eyes or make an eye contact in order to show her that yes, I'm not just walking towards a direction, I'm approaching you. And in this moment, when you make this eye contact, make sure to smile, because let's agree, if a girl is sitting alone in a park and a guy approaches her, looks her straight in the eyes, this can look a little bit suspicious. But if you make it look a bit friendlier, have a smile, not a creepy one, but you walk, you look her straight into the eyes or make an eye contact and you smile, that means that yes, I'm approaching you, I'm not just walking, and I'm approaching with very nice intentions. Since we're at the topic of walking, if you're doing this, have a very slow walk, not a slow motion, but don't rush, because if you run towards a girl, even if you have nicest intentions and the nicest smile, this will trigger her flight or fight reaction and she will either stiffen or she will be afraid or she will run away. So don't run to her, don't move in slow motion, that's weird, but move confidently, make it as a walk, look her in the eyes, have a smile and be like, yes, I'm approaching you, dear woman. Also, when you came closer to her and you ask her if you can take a sit, but we will talk about conversations in a different video if you wanted. Even in this case, if you are sitting, do this in a more slow, controlled way. Don't just fall on the chair, don't be super weird and sit very uncomfortably. Be very controlled in your emotions, and all this time look her in the eyes, because this will make her think, okay, who is this guy? What does he want from me? So now you have her interest, but if you don't want her to run away and if you want her number or her social media networks, then you need to establish some trust between you. And the best ways how you can do this by using your body language is to adopt an open position. Have maybe your palms somewhere there that she can see them, not like this, but somewhere open. Have an open chest, maybe a little bit open legs, but not man spreading. Just have an open body language, because this shows that you have nothing to hide. Your hands are clear, you don't have a gun or a knife or anything in your hands. Just have a very open body language, and this will show her that you have nothing to hide and you're here with very peaceful intentions. Also, a very subtle body language trick that is powerful and it works to the subconscious is connected to your feet. In one of my videos, if you didn't watch it, it's here, but also in other videos, I was mentioning that if a girl likes you, she will subconsciously point her feet towards you. So she will point her body and her feet inclusively towards you. Also, if her feet point into the opposite direction, or not opposite direction, a different direction, opposite would be weird, a different direction, both of her feet point not towards you, but there, especially if there is a door over there, that means that she feels uncomfortable and she wants to leave. So her feet are ready to run. But how to use all this knowledge for your advantage? Well, when you approach her, if you're sitting or standing, Have your feet forming a 45 degrees angle. So not like this, but like this. One of your feet point towards her, which means that you are interested in her, you are listening, you kind of like her. But the fact that the other one points into a different direction means that you are very casual. So theoretically, you don't want to run into her, but you're comfortable, you're listening. But in case something goes wrong, in case she says no, in case you don't like her conversation, because this can happen too, you can get disappointed or change your mind as well. If it all happens, then you can casually walk away or say thank you, be respectful, and go away. So having your feet forming this 45 degrees makes her feel like you're here, she can trust you, have an open position, but your intention is very casual, so you will not force her to do anything. You can walk any second, yet you're still listening and you're interested because one of your feet is pointing her. Now it's time to test the ground before you move to the next step. How you can do that? You can approach a little bit towards her. Maybe if you're sitting on a bench, you can move a little bit closer to her. If you're standing, you can make a step towards her and thereby make the distance between you two a little bit smaller. And in some cases, you might enter from, there is this social space, personal space, and intimate space. Maybe you can slightly enter the intimate space or be between the personal and intimate space, roughly speaking. Obviously, the closer you get, the more you cross this bridge between personal and intimate space, coupled with maybe lowering the tone of your voice, speaking a little bit slower, and any other tactics. All of this will bring all these butterflies in her stomach and make the chemistry work. If you're doing this and she takes a step back, or she moves on the bench back, or if you're doing this, you maybe come closer with your torso towards her and she moves away from you, that means that she doesn't trust you yet. She doesn't feel comfortable with you yet. But also you can watch one of my other videos or the whole playlist, it's over here, and search for clues. Maybe even this process, you already charmed her, and she shows you with her body language subconsciously that she's already attracted to you. She's always has a certain desire connected with you, and you don't even have to do a lot of work in the third stage. It doesn't mean you can skip the other two, but you don't have to put so much work in the third stage. And now, and only now, after creating some interest, establishing trust, and sparkling a little bit of desire between you two, only now you can successfully ask her for either her phone number or her profile or social media accounts, or maybe you can ask her to grab some coffee if she has some time. And because at the beginning she had some questions like, oh my god, who is this guy? You answer them through your presence, you establish trust, and now she even is interested in you. Now asking her for some personal information such as phone number or social media accounts, because this is private data, will not come across as random or invasive anymore. Maybe she already waits for you to ask her out or ask her on a date because you are so charming. And as I said at the beginning, one of the biggest mistakes that I saw when guys were approaching me, but also with other girls on the street when I see people talking, and also of course in the literature, one of the biggest mistakes that guys do is they assume that only by approaching a girl and using some cheesy pickup lines they will get a phone number. Girls don't give these kind of informations just like that to strangers. You have to either impress her so much that she cannot really think straight and she will just give it out to you. Maybe you are a beauty god and again she will be blinded by your beauty, she will not have time to think, she will just give out her information. But if you are a normal human being like me and everyone around, then you need to establish some trust or some connection with the girl before asking for anything intimate and personal. Now I'll repeat it once again because it's important, but then I promise I will leave you alone for today. In order to approach a girl and don't look like a creep, but successfully get her number, personal account, or ask her for a drink afterwards, you need to spark her interest, establish some trust between you two, and then spark a little bit of desire between you two, so that she is really not just giving you her number because she trusts you, but because she wants you to text her later. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below. Maybe you have some other body language tricks that I didn't mention today. Also, if you have a questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. It's an open space. I'm always trying to answer to them, even if it's a concrete, very specific question. But also I can make a video out of your questions so that everyone has answers, everyone has access to a better dating life. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time with new tips, tricks, signs, and so on and so forth. Bye.